Moving on, Iraq, the land between two rivers, is now facing a water crisis. As the twin rivers Tigris and Euphrates run dry, Iraq has no choice but to turn to its neighbors, Iran and Turkey. But with rising needs, these neighbors want to keep water resources to themselves. A water war is on the cards. Here's a report.
Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink. These famous lines by Samuel Taylor Coleridge ring true for Iraq. The rivers Tigris and Euphrates, a source of sustenance for millions of Iraqis, run the risk of running dry, strangling the wildlife and human settlements which have survived on these banks for millennia. With freshwater flows already weak, vegetation has now withered, and farmers are bearing the brunt of it.
You can see with your own eyes, this whole river has died. There is no fresh water, just salt water. We don't have anyone to bring us tanks of water. There's not a single palm tree. Now we have a small garden 2 meters long where we plant some greens.
The impact of this water crisis is visible in Basra, which is Iraq's only coastal province. The shortage of safe drinking water hospitalized around 100,000 people in Basra in 2018. And Iraq's only choice now is to turn to its neighbors. And the country now relies on water-sharing deals with Ankara and Tehran. Talks with Turkey over the enormous Ilisu Dam on the Tigris were suspended for 2 years earlier and resumed in May when Iraq's new cabinet came to power. The other neighbor, Iran, is sharing water, but sparingly so.
Iran closed off Karun, reaching Shatt al-Arab was coming from there. Turkey is also only giving us a small amount of water, and they might shut off fresh water too. So the seawater is coming into Shatt al-Arab and nearly reaches Basra. The trees, the henna plants, the palms are all gone. All we have are small sprouts.
As Turkey and Iran activate dams, the ebb and flow of waters into Iraq is changing. And this is compounding Iraq's water woes.
The amount has gone down by 50% from what we used to get because of Iran and Turkey building dams and developing other projects.
Iraq's farmers fear that its neighbors can wage a water war at any moment. And as a country that needs water, Iraq has very little leverage. Its only option is to use economic pressure against Turkey and perhaps trade crude for water, since Iraq is OPEC's second largest oil producer. Iraq is witness to years of conflict and upheaval. Sanctions, war, tyranny, corruption, and the terror posed by the Islamic State group brought the once flourishing country to its knees. Following liberation from the clutches of the Islamic State, the country has struggled to rebuild its governance system, infrastructure, and social fabric. It is estimated that by 2035, once the neighboring dams are completed, Iraq is set to receive only 51 billion cubic meters of water. Plans are on to build a large reservoir in Makul, north of Baghdad, to store water, generate electricity, and protect Baghdad in case of floods. But with Iraq's population rapidly growing, the land between two rivers now faces a water crisis. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.